Hey YouTube, it's Mike Penn Gangster, and today I want to bring you guys my first ever video of Path of Exile 2. The debate that a lot of people have, or at least the question that a lot of people have in the end game is, should I be basically going full armor or full invasion or energy shield, okay? Well, look, I've been in the end game for a bit now, and I've been noticing the difference between, like both of them. They're both actually very, very good, but it is very, very important. So I'm level 73 at the moment, as you can see. I'm starting to go invasion, okay? Now, it doesn't really matter which one you go, to be honest with you, okay? I think they're both extremely good. The issue that a lot of people are gonna have is that you have to eventually pick one side. Unfortunate, if you're gonna go like hybrid and have a mix of both, you're gonna end up eventually getting stuck in the end game. That is for sure. I've noticed that when I had 30 something armor with 30 something invasion, I was having a hard time progressing in the maps. Okay, which I haven't done much right now in the maps yet. I've just pretty much like started. I'm in. As you can see, the green parts is what I've done so far. I've just basically started not too long ago, and I noticed the difference right away when I started to go one. I picked one side basically. I ended up saying, you know what, let me go with invasion because invasion was the armor that I was able to purchase off the trading site. So I decided to go. Let me just go full out an invasion, and I noticed right away as I reduced my armor and started putting into invasion, I started to basically go through the maps way easier. Okay, so when people ask which one they should go, which one is better, they're both very very well. They're both very very good, but you got to pick a side. So if you want to go either armor or you want to go invasion, you got to go full out. Okay, so as you say. Like when you look at armor, for example, it says that you're basically the exact reduction depends on damage, but dealt cannot be higher than 90%. So I imagine invasion is about the same thing. You probably could avoid about 90% or something. I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't really say here, but you can't absorb more than 90% of the damage given to you in one shot, from my understanding of what it says here. So I imagine the invasion is the same thing. Now I've seen both builds. I've seen people do completely armor and they're very, very tanky, of course. And of course, I've seen people go completely invasion. That's what I'm picking now. And again, I feel like it's the exact same thing. Are you gonna get one shotted here and there? Yes, in this game, when you play the end game, there are moments where sometimes you just get one shotted, which is unfortunate. There is one thing that you could do that could help that a little bit with that. That is energy shield. Right now, I'm starting to focus a little bit on it, but I'm still like trying to get my invasion all the way up to at least 70 plus. I like to get him more around 80. And of course, the resist. The resist, of course, in the end game is very, very important. As you can see, I got most of my resist pretty up there. I mean, 75 is the max you could get on them. I'm pretty close. I probably need one more gear piece that I really have to be specific with what I'm looking for at the end, because I'm also trying to I'm playing an ice strike monk, and as you can see my DPS is pretty high right now. It's 15,000 something on this particular move. I did roll a really really nice weapon damage wise because I'm converting my damage to cold damage with the where's the buff right here with the Herald of Ice. So again, didn't want to make the video too long. I just wanted to basically tell people that if you're looking to improve your end game and you want to be able to go through the maps quite easier, or at least not get stuck because you're not sure which one you want to go, I'm gonna recommend people that pick a side and go full out on that one particular side. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't have to have none of the other side, but go the max that you could on one particular defensive skill, either invasion or armor, so that you could notice the difference when you're doing your maps. Of course, DPS, you're going to have to eventually like maybe lose a bit of DPS here and there, but at the end of the day, from what I've noticed in the end game, from what I'm playing, because I haven't really played Path of Exile like a lot of the experts and stuff like that, for me I've noticed that DPS is not as important as defense. That's what I think. I could be completely wrong. That's what I'm just noticing. I noticed that once you reach a certain level of DPS, going in your either and being like a glass cannon is nice and all that, but not being able to basically absorb any damage it is most of the problem that people are gonna have late game. So I feel like maybe focusing even your passives and stuff like that, like your skill trees. Try to look for defensive passives that either give you armor or evasion and stuff like that. Like I said, I feel like the defense part of this game is extremely important if you want to advance in the higher tier. Like now, I'm going right through tier 3, pretty easy. I also used one of my tier 4 maps. Again, no problem at all. I know that once you reach a point, then the chaos damage becomes very important from my understanding. That is, once your level, the zone is level 70 plus or something like that, it starts to matter a lot more. So that's going to be like probably like in the I am assuming in the maps that are like tier 6 and up or something like that. That's when the chaos damage comes to an effect. So you may start looking for chaos gear also, a defensive chaos gear, which is going to be very important. But for the most part, for people that are wondering, like I said, I made the video way longer than it should be. Invasion or armor, pick one side. Try to get some energy shield also if you could, but pick one side, and I can guarantee you that your end game will be much smoother. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this is my first ever video on PO2, so hopefully you guys like it. I don't know if I'm gonna do any other more videos. It all depends on how this one does. If this one does well, maybe I'll show you guys eventually my build or something if I go deeper into the game, which I'm enjoying at the moment. So hopefully we'll see what happens. Enjoy. Have a good one. Bye bye, guys.